点了，面朝我们了。准备好了啊！3, 2, 1。
哦，你疯了吧！
妈呀，头晕！Holy shit, that is fast！ 快不快？快不快？
还行。
差点没把我
哇！太快了！
我在这弄手机呢，嘎出来。
要再来一遍吗？
那等会儿吧，我扶着点。
3, 2, 1, go！ 我勒个去！
行了行了，
太快了！吐了。
Oh my god, man! Holy shit! All right, we're gonna do it one last time. 3, 2, 1. Boom, bitch! Get out the way! Ooh, that was 120. Oh my god. Ooh. All right, no more. 停了，在那后面的以为咋了 ？Yo. What is up, beautiful people? So I'm right now sitting in my EC6. And we're gonna go over the different driving modes that NIO has. So, let's take a good look. Settings, and we're going to go to right here, the different driving modes. Alternatively, you can click on this button to get the driving modes right there and that really fast, but we want to go over it in detail. So there are 4 driving modes. First one is comfort. All right, so comfort, we can see the acceleration speed 0 to 60 in 7.9 seconds. We have, with comfort, the regenerative braking is pretty low. That's that right there. Regen braking low, and then we got the suspension soft. Steering wheel is really soft, and this is throttle and brake response. So the throttle pedal and brake pedal response, comfort. All right, and of course the air conditioning is standard. So that's comfort mode. Now I want to talk a little bit about comfort mode. Now comfort mode, I've tried driving comfort mode, and what I ultimately went up with is a personalized setting. But with comfort mode, one big problem is the steering wheel is way too soft. So what you end up happening is if you accidentally, like, it's way too soft. It's soft to the extent that, you know, it feels flimsy. So definitely comfort mode is not for me. I mean, if you have a girlfriend or you know, a wife that drives it, maybe they'll like comfort mode because it's easier to steer. But for me, I'm a dude, I don't like comfort mode that much, simply because the steering wheel is a little bit too soft. Now, on the eco mode, right here we got eco mode. Eco mode, acceleration 9.9 seconds, regenerative braking is standard, and then the suspension is standard, and then the steering is standard. So pretty much everything is standard. Air conditioning is eco. So with regenerative braking being set so high at, you know, the standard option, what ends up happening is if you don't step on the throttle, it sort of decelerates a little bit too much, and that sort of gives you the feeling that you're actually pressing on the brakes. So that's actually not something that I like, and that's gonna make your passengers feel a little bit car sick. So eco mode is definitely not for me. I mean, the amount of deceleration is pretty high, so I don't feel that comfortable driving eco mode, but I'm sure some people will like eco mode. Now let's go into sport, because I've actually driven sport mode before. So sport mode, we got the acceleration is 5.4 seconds. It's pretty fast. And then we got the regenerative braking is really low. and suspension is hard, and steering wheel is tough. Yeah, heavy steering wheel. Oops. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah. And then we got the throttle response is really high. AC is standard. Now let's talk a little bit about sport mode. Sport mode is pretty fun. That, you know, in the sense that you instantly, by the moment you press on the throttle, you get that boost in speed. That's pretty nice. So that's the benefit of sport mode. But sport mode it does have the problem that it's a little bit too sensitive on the throttle. So if you're on if you're at a traffic light, or if you're or if you're in a traffic jam, what ends up happening is even if you press a little bit of throttle, it goes pretty fast. So you got to be careful with sport mode. So, and it's pretty sensitive. Also, the brakes are sensitive, the throttle is sensitive. So even with a little bit of braking, it's gonna be quite a bit of braking. So because this car has Brembo brakes, so those brakes are pretty good. Now, what I ultimately went for is a personalized setting. Of course, you can personalize everything in this car, and I'm gonna show you what personalized settings I went for. All right. So with personalized settings, what you can do is you can first choose your acceleration speed. You can have the acceleration speed at 5.4 seconds or 7.9 seconds. I like it a little bit slower when I'm just driving with my fiance. If I'm feeling a little bit more sporty, then I'll put it in 5.4 seconds, but let's leave it at 7.9. And then the regenerative braking is I leave it at super low because I do not like the feeling of instant deceleration. And then steering wheel, we gotta put it at heavy because the steering wheel itself is pretty soft. I like it more heavy. And suspension, of course, I put the suspension at soft. You want the suspension soft, and the AC, of course, standard. So this is pretty nice if you put it in this sort of driving mode. So that's what I went for. Of course, you also have a snowy weather day. You got snow mode, but I'm gonna disable that. Whoop. Yeah. What that snow mode does is it puts in an all-wheel drive, and it ensures that all four wheels spin at the same time. So you're not gonna get any sort of slippage and that kind of stuff. So that's pretty nice. So definitely do subscribe to Mr. P.